Fabricated tube mounts. You've seen me use these a few times over the past year on the Fabrication series, and today I'm going to show you how to make them only on this quick tip episode. First and foremost, what exactly is a fabricated tube mount? Well, it's really nothing more than a disc welded to the bottom of a tube, which will allow you to mate up another tube at some perpendicular angle, or straight on, at an angle, whatever the case is. It allows you to mount this tube or any other assembly of tubes to a certain structure or piece or flat surface to mate it, or actually mount everything up. So there's a couple of different things that I use. I make them in all kinds of different sizes, of course. This one being 1.25 inch round with a 1/2 inch hole into it. This one being a 3/4 inch hole, which we can make to the 1.5 inch round. There's a couple of different ways to do it. And the other way is by making a threaded version of it. And the threaded version would be taking a disc or a washer. Depending on the strength that you need to figure out which one that is. If you need something heavy duty, or if you need something light enough, like a 16 gauge stainless washer. Take a flanged nut. I use a flanged nut because the area that I have to heat up and whatnot with the welder is a lot better to heat up around the flange than around the threads themselves, so the threads won't get damaged. Take the two of them, both of them stainless steel, grab your welder and buzz them on. Now, it really doesn't take a whole lot to actually keep that nut on there. In fact, this is about what it's going to look like as soon as you're finished. So I only tacked it and weld a decent solid weld in two places, because remember, when you're using a threaded style, the force is pulling this way. It's not actually twisting it or anything like that, so it doesn't take much to actually stick them on there. So once they've cooled down, you take the nut, weld it to the disc, you put it inside the tube, made it up nice and even against a bright piece of tubing that you've cleaned up and prepped. And there's the completed assembly. It's very, very simple. So just remember a couple of key points. You can make them in just about any diameter you need or require. And you have the through style without the nut on the inside, and we have a threaded style with a nut on the inside. Just remember that your size of your disc that goes on the bottom of there is entirely up to how much strength you require. So something like this, which is almost 1/8 of an inch thick, and this one, which is 16 gauge, is 1/16 of an inch, because I need two different strength requirements. So that's about all I have for this quick tip episode. I want to thank you guys for watching as always. I'll see you guys on the next episode.